Hello everybody, this is Nerf Gun Reviewer 331 here today, and in case you're wondering what you're currently staring at, this and that, those are both Caliburns, but they're, obviously it's like that's the front half, that's the back half, and the stock's missing. Actually, it's right here, just found it. So, I wanted to explain what kind of things are going on right now. So, as you can probably tell on this piece, this is broken. Now, I didn't slam it on the ground. I actually ended up using, I think it was this spring right here. This, I believe, is a K25 spring that I bought with the Caliburn hardware kit originally. I got everything put together, and I was so excited to test fire it just so I could break a couple of pieces in the process. Long story short, this spring ended up being too tough for any of my 3D printed pieces. I had to reprint where my toe is, the magwell lower half. I had to print that at least once. I had to print this piece here. This is made out of resin. I'll get to that in a little bit. But that piece, that had to be printed at least 3 times, with increasing infill each time. And of course you have this piece here. This got printed twice. Again, with both tougher infills, still didn't do anything. Oh, and here's the broken piece. Just so you know what I'm kind of going against. Usually there should be some sort of flap here, and it's pretty much destroyed. So this is pretty much garbage. So what I came to the conclusion of, instead of ranting on it, I decided to just take a step back and think about it. And oddly enough, my dad had an idea. Why not use liquid resin for this out of a photon or some sort of equivalent? And I gotta say, the quality on this is pretty good. The only thing that broke off, I think, is over here somewhere. Oh, it's right here. This, right there is where that piece broke. But that was just me trying to install the stupid thing. So, let's just take a look here. So, this piece broke off. I still have the piece, oddly enough. But when I was doing test shots with this spring, I could see a giant... No, that's not really a crack. It's more part of what was left over. But as far as looking at it from different angles, it looks like this held out longer and was surprisingly more tougher than PLA. I thought it was the other way around, where PLA was a lot stronger than liquid resin. But then then what didn't make sense was, if this can get cured instantly, or say 20 minutes or so, from direct sunlight after you rinse it through an alcohol bath and then put it in direct sunlight for about 20-30 minutes, this became almost like bulletproof resin. And so, seeing that this worked out better than the PLA, I decided that I was going to reprint this piece probably in a different resin color, just to make it stand out. And yes, it looks like a whole bunch of different colors I threw together, and that's the case, yes. The reason being is because I was short on a few colors, and so I just decided to randomly print different colors. I probably, for the next Caliburn, if I ever do one, probably just follow the instructions, or follow the manual that says, okay, like this piece, do it in one color and make it look better. But I'm not looking for looks, I'm looking for performance, and so far this Caliburn has broken so many 3D printed pieces, it's pissed me off so many times. And also, I went to Frontline Foam and got a weaker spring. So I believe this is a 788, like spring of some sort. It's a lot flimsier. Like I can flop it around. The other one looked a lot wider within each loop. Like here, I'll just compare and contrast a little bit here. So this is the 788. Or maybe the 778 or something like that. It was like 7s and 8s was this one. This one is the K25. And honestly, I might just use the K25 for some other projects that I might have. But the 788, I'm going to just call it that because I don't know what the actual numbers are. I know this is definitely a K25 because that's definitely what I bought. I know this is a 788 because that's what it was called on the website. In case you're wondering where I got that this last spring at, this one. It's called I think it's called Frontline Foam. Not sponsored, just rambling on and just saying that, well, it was pretty quick. Quick shipping, quick delivery. I didn't even realize it was in my mailbox like until a day later after it got delivered. So, aside from that, they did a pretty good job on letting me know. And so, this is currently what the work in progress with this Caliburn is just trying to put all the pieces together, reprint any others I need to do. But if you're like me or has no idea what the Caliburn supposedly is supposed to do, then I would highly recommend using resin printing. Resin printing, I didn't realize had tougher, I don't know, infills. Maybe just a solid 100% infill all the way. I know for sure that I think this is called this yellow see-through piece. I think that is like a Millen coupler or something like that from CaptainSlug. And this is what I need to reprint next. So, as far as the Caliburn goes, I am still working on it. When I get this resin printer set up and running, I will print that last piece so I can get this out of the way. And hopefully test the weaker spring. I'm hoping that the weaker spring does less damage to my parts than the K25. I guess the other thing I just didn't realize is that it came with a shock pad. I didn't realize that this shock pad maybe might make a difference. So, and I also don't know if I put the shock pad on the right side, if this is the correct way to put it on this one, or the plunger head right there. So, for now, this stays here until I can print another piece and then take the front half apart, slap the new one in, and call it good as new. As far as Nerf gun reviews go, I actually just recently bought a Knockout. I think this is called the Knockout, the XX100. It is a pretty slick pistol. Has a weird priming mechanism and all that, but that review will come up shortly after I review the other two Fortnite guns Fortnite blasters I forgot to review. So there's going to be a lot of reviewing today, I hope.